Okay. So this is the third of the powwow. We got a few things to talk about. First of all, and I think this is probably the biggest one, Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy! So you watched that final season. How do
I
you
did.
feel about it? I want you to talk about it. Then I'll relay off of you. Start with your version. How do you feel?
That shit was fucking. It was good. I feel like
Fueguísimo. Go ahead.
so the entire season was really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like once it got to a certain point, mostly like around when Kim left Jimmy,
Mm-hmm.
like it kind of just felt like, okay, now you're caught up with Breaking Bad, but it felt so sudden. I kind of wanted a little more of like a gradual, build up to like where we know Saul.
It was a cut.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, and like they kind of just skipped through all that, which I get. They got more story to tell with like the present day shit. But me personally, I would have explored more of that just a little bit towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was really fucking good. Like just the writing of fucking Jimmy, I did not like him by the end.
You thought he was cool and like oh that prickly prick in Breaking Bad, but then you see him in Better Call Saul. I was like, you're a fucking monster, dude. You really are.
Yeah,
It's
like
ridiculous.
it's insane. And then just him going back to who he was before
Mm.
in the present day shit was like, come on, bro.
Oh yeah.
You'd think you would learn, but he
Oh no,
just
he was about to
ended
go to
up going back
town
to
on
his
that
ways.
grandma with the phone cord. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? He was gonna fucking do it, out of initial reaction. He was gonna hit that cancer patient with the urn, like you could tell that
Hmm.
Saul he was no longer that little prickly prick in Breaking Bad, that he would stop at nothing to not be caught, And yeah, he saw that too, thank God, and near the end, it's like, you know what? This isn't worth that,
Yeah.
And at the end he found peace. He really did.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, before I talk about the ending shot, because I feel like that ending shot was so powerful, I do want to start talking about other things before we get to that. The main thing for me was Howard's final moments.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Our last conversation, I tried to make it seem like Lalo. That was the only time he ever visited. Was like after the whole desert debacle. He never came back. I tried to mislead you because you were right. You were literally the episode behind that one, literally right there. So I was like, oh shit, can't say anything. Oh man, how did you feel about that?
Lalo coming back was
Bruh.
fucking. I just love the way they did it because he just walks in,
He just comes in.
and I always say my favorite thing about Lalo is how he just commands the room,
You don't give a
and you
fuck.
really felt that when he walked in, like just the aura of that man, just like bypassed anything that was happening in that moment. Because now it's like, oh shit, Lalo's here. The whole thing is about him now. It's
Yeah,
like
right? Oh,
he
yeah,
immediately took the
100%.
spotlight from the rest of the scene.
Beforehand, he was on a phone call with his uncle, and he was going to talk to him, but then he heard that the phone was bugged, and it's like, oh shit, they got him. And so he clicked, he raged out, but then he had an epiphany. Why don't I just send them in as proxy and then capitalize? Yeah. Perfect. So he went over there, fully not expecting Howard Hamlin to be there, just completely. The duality of Jimmy was his clean life as a lawyer and then his fucking dirty life with helping the cartel. And they were almost completely separate until that scene. When that scene came around, it became real for Kim and Saul. And brother, that was the craziest fucking ending to a character who's been alive for 6 seasons. Such a massive part of Jimmy's life. And then fucking Lalo just comes in. As soon as he comes in the room, boom, takes him out. Fucking right there on the spot, quick death, just unceremonious, dirty. You know what I mean? Oh my god, it was great.
Crazy. Howard was one of those that I thought would at least make it to like the present day shit.
Right, I thought he would be at the end, right? And just like, oh yeah, that Jimmy, he was never any good, that kind of shit, right? But no, he got fucked right at the end, bro. They dicked him. That's crazy.
Yeah. And the fact that they buried him with Lalo underneath the fucking
oh yeah, don't even. That was
crazy.
That was the greatest shit, man. That's the thing, right? It's like when when that area, the lab, I'm trying to speak English, the lab gets burnt to the ground in Breaking Bad, it still makes sense that the bodies under the concrete are never found. Because why would they dig below the foundation? It doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
So that's crazy how those two bodies will never be found. Saul is never informed of Lalo's death, hence why he's scared of Lalo in Breaking Bad Season 2. You know, it's just, it's amazing. And they don't even know where Howard Hamlin's body is buried. That's the thing. Kim confesses everything to his wife, but she doesn't know where the body is buried. Which is fucking surreal because we know where the body is buried. That's fucking crazy, dude. And we'll never know. That's the thing. They'll never know. Saul doesn't know. Nobody knows. It's just, he's there. Buried amongst the most evil psychopath in the world and a decent man, but they're treated the same when they're dead and buried in the same hole. That's crazy. I know. And if,
good shit, though.
If Walter was around, it would have been an acid barrel. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
The fact that we're talking about the final season of Better Call Saul, that shit feels like so long ago. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, for real.
The week has been slow as fuck.
Brother, tell me about it, brother. Like I almost forgot. Like, oh yeah, he did watch Better Call Saul. Fuck, this week has been slow.
Yeah, no, you brought it up, and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
we didn't talk about that already. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
that was this week.
No, man, last week we talked about season 5. We did not talk about season 6. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Man.
Fucking crazy, dude.
I agree, brother. Fucking hell. But come on, say so we got Howard Hamlin's death. We have Lalo coming in just commanding the room. Lalo sending Saul over to do it. And then Saul one-upping him was like, actually, let Kim do it. Bro, how did you feel about Kim going over to Gus's house? Like, when I was first watching, I'm like, oh, please don't do it. Don't kill her. Don't fucking shoot her. I swear to God, don't do it.
I didn't think she would die, and it's obvious that she wouldn't have killed Gus.
Right.
Because like she was walking up to the door, and I'm just like, Mike and his security have got to be there.
Yeah.
I figured it was gonna be Mike that opened the door, but he came from behind her.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhat of what I expected happened, but it was just like the way they did it was a little different.
They like circumventing you. That's the thing, right? Like they know that you know, but they like screwing with your expectations a bit. That's why it's so interesting.
All the
to watch.
music and everything is just like, oh my god, she's gonna get shot in the face.
You know, exactly. It's scary shit. You know the ends to the means, but you don't know how they got there. You don't know the means themselves, you know? So it's always cool seeing shit circumvented and it's different. Just like how Tuco was put in jail. That kind of shit, you know? It's just it circumvents your expectations. You don't know what's going to happen. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a prequel, you still don't expect
Where are you here to shoot? Him. It's just some random fucking dude with glasses.
Yeah, I love that scene. I love it. He looks so insulted too. He's like, bitch.
You know? It's like why me?
He looks down at his chest where she's pointing. He's like, bitch, excuse me. Like, I love it, man. I love how morbidly dark the dark humor is. Like, it's so dark. It's perfect, man. Film connoisseurs like you and me, we can't help but appreciate that shit. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Lalo's demise?
I thought it was handled pretty well. I didn't think
love
it would
that
be
they set it up. I love that they set it up.
Yeah, they do set it up. It's honestly just a really good moment. And the fact that Gus is the one that pulls the trigger, it's something you never really see him do.
Yeah. I mean,
like
you always see him personally kill guys, but it's kind of like with his homies behind him. You know what I mean? Like with the bag on the guy's head, cutting Victor's neck in Breaking Bad. You know, you see that, but like he's kind of secure. Like he has an element of surprise. Here, his back is against the wall. All his boys is dead, and he's like, "Nah, bitch, it ain't over." Kicks the power cord, comes at him. That's some crazy shit. And he got shot a second time.
So
he got shot a second time. Lalo did get a shot off, but he didn't kill him.
He did. Yep.
That's crazy, dude. Lalo.
I thought that scene was handled really well. Yeah. The shot of Lalo laughing, just fucking with blood coming out of his mouth.
Fucking Arkham City vibes, no?
yeah. That's a Joker ass fucking death.
Tell me about it. Yeah, well, you know that makes sense because when you're dying, you think of like a random, probably the most either. The scariest moment of your life, fear, or that's probably what it was. It was fear, and his reaction to fear was laughter rather than actual terror. Being scared. That's probably what it was. He probably saw the devil in the face, and he's like, "I'm home." Yeah, that's it. That kind of shit. It's crazy,
crazy
man.
shit.
You see, that's what's awesome about that is it can be interpreted in so many different ways. You know, did he see hell? Did he see Gus Fring and laugh? You know, what did he see is different. That's what. It's crazy, man. It's just awesome show, front to back. It's amazing. I love the desert sequence. I mean, just so inventive. It really is. That them walking through that long tundra for 3 fucking days. Yeah, it's Jimmy had to drink his own piss. Yeah, that kind of shit. Like, just amazing, dude. You know, just awesome. And
the slower pace of like the whole show compared to Breaking Bad, it's like when the dominoes start falling in the final season, it makes that shit hit harder.
Oh yeah,
because you were waiting for that stuff to happen. You know,
the moments
you're just like,
are
I
so
wonder
much
where
stronger.
this is gonna lead.
The moments are so much stronger, even if they're at a smaller scale than Breaking Bad. They hit so much harder, you know, because of all the development. Which como se dice, the character work in this show is it's unbeatable. There's no competition for it. I can't say that without it with absolute all of my confidence is that the character work in this show is unparalleled. It's so hard to find anything better. I can think of things that are on par or slightly less, but better? No, it doesn't exist. It really doesn't, you know? Across 6 seasons, it's just had me glued. It was such a great experience. I think it was 64 episodes in total. 64 episodes.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, dude. Time flies, too. You watch that show all the way through. Easy. You know?
Yeah. I was fucking so invested, bro, from start to finish. Such a good show.
You know, and it sucks. It sucks. We talked about this last time. It sucks that we'll never get any fucking awards. That's some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Emmys was about.
I love the stylistic choice of making the present day or the flash forwards like black and white, as opposed to because the rest of the show is just essentially a flashback.
Exactly.
And so I just love like that little contrast of like, oh, it's later, but that part is in black and white.
Well, it makes
not the past.
It makes the present day seem cold and depressing. You know, kind of like how reality is often disappointing compared to our memories. You know. The quote-unquote good old days, the warm nostalgia, you know, it's scary shit.
And I love how they handle different characters, you know, in different scenarios. Because, like, you know, you look at, like, El Camino, the movie, you know, Jesse Pinkman running from the cops, like, that's some scary shit. And then you get to Saul, and it's like, oh, they found him in a dumpster. It's like, yeah, that's pretty fitting for that character.
Yeah, exactly. It was so fitting. You're 100% right about that. It was perfect.
So I love like how they treat different characters. You know, it's like Walter was never caught. You know, he died in the middle of a meth lab. You know, Jesse being sent off in a truck to Alaska. And Saul found at a dumpster. Yeah,
got caught
by himself in a prison. Yeah,
but brother, I think the best fucking scene in the entire show, and this is hard for me, but I gotta say the best scene was when he went into that room full of prosecutors that wanted his fucking throat, and he's like, "All right," fucking cracks his knuckles, argues it down to 7 years. Are you kidding, bruh? He looked straight at Marie Schrader and said, "Oh, so can you prove any of that, bitch?" You know what I mean? That's all it was. Jesus Christ. We got a cold, hard killer on our hands, man.
Bro, it's like over the course of the whole show, he was slowly upping his skill tree, and by that moment, he was max level.
Brother was level 100 on everything. Like, Jesus Christ.
Each 100, bro.
That's what I'm saying. My man had charisma 10 off jump. You know what I mean? Goddamn.
Dude, like that scene was so fucking good, bro.
My man read 12 magazines before entering that building. That's crazy.
And I love the switch up when he's telling like his perspective on like how he met Walter and everything, and then it's like, you really think like a jury would believe that? And then he just kind of like he immediately gets stone faced and it's just like, it depends on the jury, like that, like that kind of shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh man,
same shit he did about Chuck.
That is the craziest, most fucking satisfying thing I've ever seen. Like a power. You know how like shows love to give their characters little power trips, like with Mike beating someone's ass, or they like to give their characters a little power trip here and there to make them, make themselves seem larger than life. That is the best fucking power trip I've ever seen a character take. I don't care. It wasn't cheesy. It was well deserved. And Saul was pretty much fucking all his power was taken from him in the last 4 episodes. It really was. Like he was a shell of himself. But when he got in that fucking courtroom, chingado! No, when he got in that fucking that prosecutor room, whatever the fuck it was perfect. He was in his element. That's it.
It was God. And then the whole thing of just like the actual like trial of like he's under oath and he's just Walter White couldn't have done it without me.
And the way he hit the table too. Yo! I love how his defense lawyer was trying to get out of it. It's like, I request to leave. Can I leave this trial? Not on your life.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're in it now. That's it.
Fuck, because it's gonna look horrible on his record. It's like, why are you dragging me down with you, dude? I don't get it. It was awesome, dude.
It's like a last middle finger to that guy.
That's it, yeah. Fuck him. That guy was such an asshole throughout the entire fucking show. It's like, bro, you have no social self-awareness. You deserve this. That's it. Jeez.
The fact that he got Kim all the way there too, just to listen to that shit. He's like, I didn't actually have anything on Kim. I just wanted her here for this.
And the way he set it up with the police officer on the fucking on the plane too, is like, hey, I got this thing with Howard Hamlin, so it's crazy. I love it, man. Oh man, but that ending. So we're finally gonna get to the last 2 things I want to talk about. Is Kim Wexler sharing a cigarette with Saul at the end, basically just like as a final farewell. Yeah, it's like, I appreciate you, taking all the blame, I'm happy, She basically got away with it, but the thing is that she also admitted it. She admitted everything. So she unpacked all of her guilt. And when she was crying in that bus, you really felt that like, okay, she's been holding it in forever. It's finally come out. Thank God, And so now, I don't mind her getting away with it all, leaving and Saul taking the rap. Because at the end of the day, Kim's a darling. Kim's a sweetheart. You know what I mean? I don't want, I don't want her getting in trouble for all that shit.
She must be protected.
Exactly. That's it. Bro, when I saw how down she was, like when she turned around and gave Jimmy the fucking finger guns, I'm like, oh, she's the best. Fuck Skyler. For real. For real.
Dude, she blows Skyler out. I fucking hate Skyler.
Bro, they're compared to Kim. Oh, fuck out of here. It's not even a competition. And that's not a knock at her actress. She played her character to a T. Obviously.
She did exactly what she was supposed to do. She's supposed to be fucking like unlikable from Walt's perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
From Walt's perspective, she's supposed to be the most ungrateful, unlikable bitch of all time, and she played that part to perfection.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing, right? It's from Walt's perspective, from a normal human perspective, like yours and mine's. She's just trying to not have Walt become a fucking drug dealer. How horrible would that be, right? But from Walt's perspective, it's like, bro, fuck off. You bitch, don't kill my vibe type shit. You know what I mean? That's it. So with Kim Wexler, when she's actually enabling and convincing Saul to do bad shit, oh, we're on it, bro. We're on that train. We're going 90 miles an hour down a fucking school zone. Fuck it. That's it. It's great, man. But
you want to know what like my favorite scene from the finale was?
What?
And it's a weird one to pick as a favorite, but I don't know. I just fucking love how they did it. The prisoners chanting "Better Call Saul."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's such a good moment.
He's a legend.
It's like, you're Saul, right? It's McGill. What? McGill. It's like, no, it's all good, man. And then it just starts spreading everywhere, and everyone is just like, hell yeah, that's Saul Goodman. And even when he's in the prison, and it's just like, oh, like your lawyer wants to see you.
He's right
it's
at
like,
home.
I got you, Saul.
I got you, Saul. Right. He's right at home. This is where he belongs, amongst the criminals and the dealers and all that shit. This is where he belongs.
Yeah, I don't know, but like that made me feel good in a weird way. It's like all the recognition shit
right.
he got.
When he was working at Cinnabon, when he was Jimmy McGill, he was playing a character. When he was Gene Takovic, he was playing a character. But when he was Saul Goodman, he was himself. And when he was in prison, it was a return to Saul Goodman. You know, so in the end of the day, he could drop the facade, he could drop the mask, and he's just where he should be. It's him. He no longer has to act like someone else, you know? That's why the fucking black and white seems so depressing. It's because he's playing a character. And once again, his life is basically empty. Because what is he going to do now? Fucking work cinema on the rest of his life? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But man, just... Let me talk about that last fucking shot. The last fucking part, the last thing for season 6 was, Kim Wexler walking out of the prison, fucking Saul Goodman looking at Kim, it's like, nods his head, and then does the fucking finger guns. No shit, I motioned the finger guns right before he did. It's like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Boom, boom, yeah! I knew he was gonna do it. And then, como se dice, Kim looks back, does a little smirk, and then keeps walking. And the camera pulls away from Saul. Like, it doesn't pull away. It, like, swipes towards the wall, so he kind of gets washed away to the left. And, brother, my heart skipped a beat. I'm like, wait, no, there's more. Wait, don't go, Oh, man. That was fucking heartbreaking to watch. It's like, oh, that's it. That's it. There's nothing more. Oh God, there's nothing.
The final shot of the Breaking Bad universe. Fucking Saul getting washed away by a wall.
Yeah, and that's my thing. They cut it. They just cut. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Done. And it's like, oh fuck, my heart. Don't do this to me. No.
Yeah.
It was painful because Kim will never return. Like that's it. Never see him again. You know what I mean? That's crazy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Do you see now? I want to watch Breaking Bad, but I can't let Breaking Bad consume me right now. That's the thing, you know. Because if I watch Breaking Bad, I'm gonna be consumed for like 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna get any work done. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But I love Breaking Bad. I love the Better Call Saul show. Just amazing from front to back. And the fact that it didn't win any fucking awards is a goddamn crime against humanity. That's it. Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Christ. Was there anything else you wanted to add to the final season? Mike Ehrmantraut. I mean, como se dice, at the end, I mean, they kind of the thing is, their stories weren't over, so they kind of like fizzled to the background for Saul and Kim. You know what I mean? After the whole Lalo fiasco, that was it. They didn't need to show the lab being finished because it's not necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, all that shit is just... At that point, it kind of just feels like, all right, watch Breaking Bad now.
Right?
Okay.
Moving on. Man, when I was watching it, I was debating, like, oh, should I stop at episode 10? Like, don't watch the present day stuff and just watch Breaking Bad. And I was like, it might hit better, but 6 seasons? I can't do that. Right now, I can't do that. Let me just finish the show.
Like, part of me was tempted to start Breaking Bad, but start with the Better Call Saul episode in season 2. Mm-hmm. Because for me, that's around when the show starts getting really good anyway. But then I was just like, I don't want to get stuck into Breaking Bad again.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Is that it's a big time commitment. Eventually.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's amazing, dude. It's just a fucking awesome show from front to back. So many wonderful fucking shots, creative decisions. I mean, there's so much to go back to that really, I'm telling you, years from now, we're going to watch that shit together, and hell, we might even record it as a watch-along, and we're just going to break it down bit by bit. That show is, it's amazing. So that's it.
So good.
Seriously, could not recommend it enough to anybody listening. It is literally the best show that I've seen in a long time. And it's up there with, of course, Breaking Bad. It's up there with The Sopranos. Like, it's just up there amongst the top shows ever made, period. That's it. Think I got it all out.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
it's what a wonderful experience.
Seriously, I can't tell you how much I was laughing, fucking smiling throughout it. Like, it was just... So, I think warm is a good way to put it. It's just so warm,
Yeah, the ending is bittersweet.
Oh, it really is. Oh, it hit me in the chest.
It's the best possible ending for those characters.
It really is.
Like Saul would have gotten the 7 years, and it's like, then what?
Mm-hmm. He's back at it.
Like another.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
It's over.
No, this is the best thing for a redemption for Saul Goodman.
One thing I will say is Saul Bob Odenkirk does not look 47. He does not look 47 because that's how old he's supposed to be when he's Gene Takovic.
Oh yeah, no.
He looks 80,
way older.
bro.
Yeah, he looks really old.
He looks old, bro. Like but I'm glad that they didn't let that stop them. You know, it's like, oh, the actor's too old now. Fuck off. No, we don't care about that shit. Let him play.
I mean, look at Jesse Pinkman.
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
You can he's visibly older, but they're like, fuck it, it's the same Jesse Pinkman.
The most hello fellow kids energy I've ever seen from that man, but I still enjoyed it. You know, Jesus Christ. Fucking Gustavo Fring, he looks way older now. Mike Ehrmantraut, don't get me started, brother. When he was in that fucking Summer Sun, my man looked like he was on his deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But I'll take that any day over like let's de-age the Like no, you don't gotta do all that work.
It's fine.
Let the actors do what they do best.
It's that's not necessary. You know what I mean? It's just not. Mm-hmm. Now when you're trying to tell a tale of like from a person from different ages, just like how they did a big flashback with Jimmy and he was de-aged, like yeah, that makes sense because they're trying to pay like a 20-something-year-old. Yeah, that's sure. Go ahead. Yeah. But like with the Irishman, how they de-age their actors there, that makes sense because they're trying to show the young versions of the characters all the way up to the older version of the characters, like even older than they look now. You know, so I understand de-aging technology for that kind of shit, and a lot of the times you don't even notice it. You know, but do not let de-aging technology be the wall between making a show and not making the show. If you can't afford it, don't fucking do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm 100% sure Better Call Saul required de-aging software for the entire show. It would have never been made. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's it. Because that's ridiculous.
And I mean, like, realistically, Better Call Saul and like all the Breaking Bad shit takes place within a span of like 8 years or so. Mm-hmm. So it's like, the actors, they do look visibly older, but there's not like a crazy difference from
it's not necessary,
Breaking Bad.
Dude.
Like they still look like the characters. So it's whatever. I'm glad they just like, fuck it, just bring everyone back.
I'm really happy that they did that, dude. They didn't recast nobody. I think they recasted one really small character. I just don't remember who, when, where. But I don't know. Overall, just an amazing fucking show. It kept all the original cast. Just it's it's as if they were made back to back. Yeah, I love it. And that's it. I think I have everything in Better Call Saul. I think I can close that chapter. I will buy the Blu-ray set. It's
as you should.
It's worth my time, indeed. Took it for a trial run through Netflix, and now that I know, I'll definitely throw some cash back at the developers. I'll buy it through Best Buy or something official. I don't want to do eBay, so we'll see.
I would love if each episode had like a director's commentary.
Oh, they do. A lot of them do.
Like that.
A lot of them do. Same with Breaking Bad. I have the whole series, and they got a lot of director commentary in there. So there you go. I'm gonna say so. One of these days, I'll look into it. But amazing show from front to back. There's more shit to talk about, though. Quite a few. Did you have any points you wanted to bring up?
Like in general?
In general. Small talk.
Not really.
All right, cool. Well, I got a lot.
I mean, okay.
What?
I mean, I was just going to say, obviously, like Royal Rumble and shit. That shit was fucking amazing.
What shit?
Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah. Your WWE Royal Rumble. Raw, SmackDown. Just Raw.
Yeah.
So how was the Royal Rumble? I only saw a little highlight reel, basically the victories and some returns.
Yeah.
So talk to me about it. How was the experience? You said your favorite match was the Women's Royal Rumble. Talk me through that.
Yeah, and that was the opening match too. So basically, like as soon as we got to Tropicana Field, which is a baseball stadium, which is like where they were holding it, there was a shit ton of people outside. Like I'm talking like lines upon lines upon lines of people.
Yeah.
So the first thing we did was we went to the merch stand and I just bought merch. I'm wearing it now. It's a shirt that has like the Royal Rumble poster with all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And on the back it says I was there, St. Petersburg, Tampa, Florida, and then the date. So I gotta have that, And I also bought a glove, which is the same glove that Roman Reigns wears, the red one.
Ooh.
So I bought that one, and I was just wearing because I already had kind of a Roman Reigns fit going on.
My man spending his whole paycheck. That's crazy.
Oh, you have no clue.
Man's at -$2. I'm happy.
So I went in, got some beer, chugged the fuck out of it
Yeah,
before the show started, and then like it started with the women's Royal Rumble, and right from the beginning, I don't know if you know who Naomi is.
I do. She returned, number 2.
Yeah, she was number fucking 2, and right from there I was like, okay, we're in for a good night. Because if she's coming in at number 2, then I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh man, Jesus Christ, man!
I thought that would be a return you say for like number 30 or some shit, but nah, number 2 straight up.
I hate to be misogynistic, brother, but like, damn, I'm just being afraid that, bro. There's some eye candy in that match. Christ on a crutch.
Oh, yeah.
They have amazing displays of talent. They're awesome at what they do. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just like how the ladies are swooning over Triple H, I swooned over Naomi that evening. God damn.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Just for so it's normal. It is what it is. All right, let it continue.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of eye candy there for sure.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Maxine Dupree, who she's not really a wrestler. Like she's learning, right? She's still, practicing and shit. So she was in the Rumble for a bit, and she botched like 2 hurricanranas in a row.
Yikes.
And I immediately saw someone on Twitter was like, "She's lucky she's fine, bro."
That makes sense.
Like, yo, that's facts. Because if she wasn't, as beautiful as she is, a lot of people would have just shit on her for that.
Yikes.
But as a fan base, we let it slide.
You let it slide. For real, bro. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. That's one of the reasons why the women's division's getting so big. One, because of increased talent, obviously. A big put, obviously, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you want to ask a bunch of fucking guys who watch WWE all day, is like, there should be more Divas matches. Pero claro que sí, wey. I agree. Everyone agrees with that. I don't see a problem with this. Yeah. That's it. Maybe not a whole pay-per-view, but besides that, it's okay.
My manager was telling me when he was watching Royal Rumble at home, his girlfriend came home like during the women's Rumble match.
Shit!
And she was like, "Oh, this is why you like wrestling."
Like, you get me.
He was like, "No, I swear, I'm waiting for the men's."
You get me,
I'm waiting
babe.
for the men.
I'm waiting for the men. Girls, I want to see men.
Yeah. Bro, that shit killed me. Just like the whole vibe like was insane, because it's like when you go to those events, everyone's a wrestling fan.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
So like it would be like the most random ass person with a beer in his hand comes up to you and he'll be like, "Who do you think is winning this match?" And you'll have an answer, he'll have a different one. Like you can just talk to these people about wrestling, and it's just a vibe. Like it's never, you're never there and people are like, "Oh, get the fuck out of the way," like keeping them like no, like you're there as like a family. Like,
everyone's there for the same reason.
Yeah, and it's like it's such a vibe, because like when everyone gets excited about something, it's like there's no better feeling, bro. The energy in the room when Bayley won the fucking women's Royal Rumble was like fucking, it was nothing like it.
Yeah, I remember seeing the last 3, and I'm like, yeah, Bayley's gonna win. There is no way she's not gonna win.
Bayley was my pick from the jump, bro.
Yeah.
When she came in at number 3, my hopes kind of dropped a little bit. I'm like, damn, she's kind of early. Like she might get eliminated.
Damn, but, number 3, that's a horrible number.
Yeah.
If you're 1 or 2, perfect. But 3, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, but she pulled the Iron Woman.
She really did.
She stayed the whole time.
Good for her.
She got some good eliminations too.
Hey, watch out! There were some new chicks as well, right? And like some girl came from TNA. I forget her. I think she was like 28 or something like that. I don't know, but there's a few new people in there as well.
Yeah, the TNA Women's Champion was there. Like she had the TNA belt and everything.
Yeah.
Which is not the first time WWE has crossed over with TNA, but it's still so weird to see. Because, like, her music hit, and it was like a siren, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And then my friend was like, oh, it's the TNA Women's Champion. I was like, oh, shit, for real?
Whoa!
that was just baffling to me. I'm like, there's no way. Because WWE does not bring in people from other companies while they're still in that other company. And then one of my favorite entrants was Jade Cargill. She used to be in AEW, but she signed to WWE like last year. And they've been presenting her as like this big, like, she's
one
like
of the
a
most
big deal.
sought after free agents of all of the wrestling world. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but she hasn't had a match. And so when her like fucking music hit and the screen just said Jade on it, I was like, oh shit! Like the whole fucking like the energy in the room just shifted, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
And then she eliminated Nia Jax, that big bitch,
Yeah.
by herself. Like I was like, holy shit!
Yo, that's exactly what I was thinking. Every time Nia Jax gets fucking eliminated, I jump up, bro. Like, yeah, get that bitch.
Yeah.
You know, like, no.
The section I was in, we all booed the fuck out of her as soon as.
Of course, let me tell you something.
Get her out of the fucking
Nia
way.
Jax is a person. I don't know you. I'm not insulting you as a person. As a performer, brother, how many people have you hurt? Get the fuck out of my ring. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't stand her. And that's why when she entered the Men's Royal Rumble, I'm so happy she got fucking 619 and then RKO'd into oblivion. Bro, when fucking Rey Mysterio came around for that 619, I'm like, equality. You know what I mean? Real quick.
Equal rights, equal fights.
That was it, bro. What'd you say?
Equal rights, equal fights.
Damn right. I wish Big Show hit him with a knockout punch or some shit. Like, oh shit! Wait, hold on. That was too much, Paul. What the fuck?
No, like, I don't like Nia Jax, but I will say that this current run she's in WWE is probably her best work so far.
Yeah. I saw your response to that tweet for Triple H.
Yeah. It's like she's doing good shit. Like they're booking her pretty well now, like to the point where she actually seems like a real like threat, you know, in her matches and shit. Because before it was just like, oh, whatever, like she's gonna win, who cares?
Right. Ugh.
But now it's just like, oh no, she's gonna murder that bitch.
Hopefully not literally. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully not. But yeah, no, she's doing good work right now. Like honestly, just that women's rumble as a whole, they did some storyline shit. There were some funny moments. R-Truth coming out. It was a vibe.
Como se dice?
And then they had that fatal 4-way after. And honestly, to me, that fatal 4-way was a little underwhelming. Like we all knew Roman Reigns was going to win.
I mean, yeah.
But like I kind of wish there was a little more.
Now they're building up for Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns again, huh?
Yeah. Number 2.
If Cody doesn't win,
if Cody loses, I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cody needs to win this time. That's it. Roman has beaten Hulk Hogan. He's dethroned him. Now, we're not going to fucking beat Pat Patterson. It's not going to happen. Just please. Cody Rhodes beat him. That's all
Roman hasn't beat Hulk Hogan yet.
Huh? Is he not?
Roman hasn't beat Hulk Hogan yet. He needs to hold the belt until October to beat Hulk Hogan's record.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So it's like right there. So they might, if he retains just to beat Hulk Hogan's record, I don't know about that one, Chief.
Brother, seriously, can we not have Roman Reigns at the top anymore? It's just, listen, I understand the whole acknowledge me thing. That was old 3 years ago. It's over. That's it. Yeah. Nothing more.
It just feels like it's at a point where it's like they don't know what to do if they take the belt off Roman.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Roman being champion is like the status quo. It's like, yeah, he's champion. Like, that's it. There's nothing more to it. He's champion. And if he loses, it's like, well, what the fuck do we do now?
Well, go back to the fucking champion v champion thing. That's the thing, right? Is you would go back to like the days John Cena was going up against Randy Orton, Triple H, all the Edge. You know, everyone was always fighting against each other. Everyone was constantly at each other's throats going for that one title. But now that Roman Reigns has held it for so long, it's different. I mean, how are they going to differentiate? Just go back to what they were doing during the, what's the word? The ruthless aggression era and shit. Everyone was going after that title. Everybody was killing each other for that title. So just do that again. I don't see the difference. What's the problem? Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
That's what people like.
Like, Roman's a cool champion, but he's at a point where he's basically beaten all the main eventers in the roster.
Right.
And at this point, it's just like, you know, if Cody loses at Mania, there's like no other challengers. Like you would have to bring in people from fucking NXT.
Yeah.
Like just to, you know, feed them to Roman, because it's like nothing else you can fucking do with that.
But you gotta let Cody win.
They've pretty much done all the storylines.
You gotta let Cody win.
You gotta let Cody win.
He's the son of the son of the man who dined with kings and queens, Dusty fucking Rhodes. He's gotta win. He's got to win. There is nothing else.
His story. They want to do The Rock versus Roman Reigns, but it's like, you know, you don't need a belt to do that match.
No.
Like, you can do The Rock versus Roman, but you don't need the title for that. Because, you know, have them fight for, like, the title of Tribal Chief or some shit. Make it, you know, a character work, a storyline. You don't need the belt for that shit.
Brother, I told you
Give
this.
Cody the belt. Let him defend.
Right, let him defend. Right, exactly. Give Cody the fucking belt. It's done. Let me tell you something real quick. I told you this once, and I'll tell you again. Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming back in WWE. That shit was old back in 2010. All right, let me tell you something. All right, when The Rock left WWE back in the Attitude Era, that's where he should have been left. I don't think he should have ever came back. That shit pissed me off, for real. Because when he came back, it wasn't for him. It wasn't for the fans. It was to promote his fucking movies. All right, so get that shit out my face. I don't care. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, como se dice? John Cena said it best. It's like, you only came back to promote Fast 5. God damn, when he said that shit. You know, just, it was dumb. Me personally, I think that Dwayne Johnson, he comes back. He doesn't come back because he loves the fucking company. He comes back because he's got an audience to promote to. That's it. It's so dumb. I don't like that shit. I really don't.
No.
And then fucking, you know, how stuck up he is on sets and shit. You know, how he refuses to take risk as an actor. It's like, but you know what I mean? It's just not worth my time. I'm sure he's okay as a person. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is Dwayne Johnson in WWE, it doesn't do anything for me. It really doesn't. In Attitude Era, yeah, obviously. With him bouncing off of Stone Cold, yeah. But now, fuck off. You know what I mean? I couldn't care less. So he can,
and I mean, like, where Roman Reigns is at now, too.
What's up?
If they do The Rock versus Roman, everyone knows it's a wrap for The Rock. Like, he's getting fucking destroyed.
Yeah, so he can blow out his fucking thigh again? Fuck him. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. That's it. Jesus. I'm sorry. You know, it's just, come on, say, I know a lot of people love The Rock, and they loved when he returned. And he did do a really good feud with John Cena, but at the end of the day, brother, I don't like people coming back just so they could, you know, for vain reasons, just so they could promote shit. Like Logan Paul, you know what I mean? Me personally, I don't like him as a person. He's a fucking scumbag. The way he scammed people out their money, it's ridiculous. Just because he's got some good ring performance don't make watching him any less bitter for me. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. So when I see that he makes so much money compared to people who work full-time in and out of the ring on WWE, it's so fucking ridiculous, dude. He's just a guest celebrity, you know. I don't blame WWE for taking the opportunity, you know, absolutely not, because that's a lot of money in their pocket, you know, reaching the quote unquote younger audience, right? But yeah, at the end of the day, brother, I hate that he's so up because he doesn't deserve it. He just doesn't. That's my opinion. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. And you could say that's born out of jealousy. It's like there's plenty of people who are up that I love. You know what I mean? That's who are higher than him that I love. You know, because they earned it, they deserved it, they're humble. You know. Logan Paul, that son of a bitch, he continues to scam his audience and treat them like fucking trash. So as far as I'm concerned, man, fuck him. It's ridiculous. This is what it is. Mm-hmm. All right. Controversial opinion over male's Royal Rumble match. How did you feel about that one?
It was all right. Honestly, we all knew who the final two were going to be. It was down to Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Yeah. Everyone else was filler, you know. Was it cool seeing Braun Breaker on the main roster? Fuck yeah, he speared the shit out of Ivar. like you know, seeing that shit was pretty cool. They wasted a fucking entrant with Pat McAfee.
Damn.
It was a funny moment, but I would have preferred.
I watched that whole moment. I'm like, what's the point of this? Yeah. Yeah, like Michael Cole should have been better. You know what I mean? Like if Michael Cole returned, remember when he went on? I think it was like Royal Rumble 2012. I forget. Him, Booker T, and Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah. It was great. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I enjoy this. This is definitely acceptable. You know, but here it's like, man, what the fuck? He goes in there, oh, I'm so scared, and he comes out. That's it? No action? No, come on. You know? It's dumb.
Well, he claims that no one told him about it.
Really?
Yeah, like his music just played, and like he was not told ahead of time that he was in the match.
Really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And that's honestly pretty fucking funny.
That is pretty funny.
Those producers, they were fucking with him. That's a prank.
If that's really the case, then okay, I give respect to WWE. Yeah. I take it all back. Hey, I really do. Yeah. If that's the case, then okay, that's funny. Jesus Christ.
Like, how crazy would it be if it's just like, oh, like, we want to bring you back as a guest commentator. It's like, all right, cool. And you're sitting at the table watching the Royal Rumble match, and then your music hits. Like, how confused must you be?
Like, oh, what the fuck? Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know those big wrestlers, like, okay, he's going to try to clothesline me, I'll bump it, then I'll throw him out. He didn't even do that. He just fucked off.
No, I just love that they were staring at him the whole time.
Right, everyone next to them were like on the floor dead, and the big guys are just staring at him. That's it.
My favorite thing was when he first climbed over the top rope, and then he tried it a second time, like he was gonna charge at him, and they did not flinch at all. So he just kind of he just stopped, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm done."
Yeah, you fucking around, bro. That's it. You finna find out. You better jump yourself over that rope, bitch. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's like it was a funny moment, but I would have preferred like a different wrestler.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Fucking R-Truth thinking the men's rumble was a tag match killed me, bro.
I can fucking hear him in the back of my head. That's my bad. You know?
Yeah. Dude, he came out twice and it was fucking hilarious both times. And I called the women's Royal Rumble one too.
Yeah.
We were sitting there and I was just like, how funny would it be if R-Truth, came out to the women's rumble thinking it was the men's. And then later in the night, he fucking came out. Fucking he's in the ring. Time out. Where the guys at? And immediately gets fucking eliminated by Nia Jax. Like, this is the women's rumble. You are in. You are out. R-Truth is just, you're telling me those are all men in there?
Yeah, because Nia Jax scared me, bro. I thought that was a big dude, bro. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You're telling me those are all women in there?
Oh, I love Truth, man. He's ridiculous.
Oh my god, he's a gem, bro.
Oh, he really is. Protect him at all costs, bro, for real.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised Santino hasn't made a comeback.
If Santino made a comeback at the Royal Rumble, I would have lost my fucking
mind, bro. Bro, I can imagine him now. Like he comes in, right? And then you just see a fucking power walking to the ring. He's like, yeah, I would have blown the roof off my own house if I saw that shit. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
He's back. Even if it was a one-time appearance and he got eliminated 2 seconds after, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
It would have been the funniest, greatest shit of all time. It really would have. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm surprised they never made a comeback, for real.
Mm-hmm. But I love...
I blame John Chan. I'm sorry. All right, continue.
In the press conference after the show, I like what Bailey mentioned because I didn't even really think about it in the moment.
What you say?
But she was like, this is the first time, we had a Royal Rumble and we didn't have to utilize any legends. It's all like people that are currently on the roster, like full-time wrestlers. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. She's got a point. But it's like it goes to show like just how many fucking people are in WWE right now.
Yeah,
like, the roster's stacked.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I agree with you. I was looking through the entrance. I'm like, god damn, bro, I already know like half these people. That's crazy. I don't even watch WWE right now. Mm-hmm. I knew all these people. It's like, oh, that's crazy. Bro, when Liv Morgan came out at number 30, I'm like, Minx, bro, god. You know what I mean? Like, I saw her, I'm like, Vixen, bro, god. Hey, I'm sorry. It's just, me and my misogynistic mind, I'm like, she knows what she's doing. What is this? That's it, man. Just great.
We were all low-key expecting Sasha Banks to come back, but that didn't happen. So when Liv Morgan's music hit, I'm like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I wasn't like excited. I didn't really cheer for Liv Morgan. I was just like, all right, yeah, it's good. That's a good one.
To be honest, I do like the way that Sasha Banks can like sell moves, but she doesn't really do it for me. I'm being frank. She's I think she gives off.
I just think a lot of people just want her back.
I think she gives off a lot of entitled energy. I mean, you see that in some of her signings that she does with fans. She gives off a lot of entitled energy, and I don't like that shit.
Oh, for sure,
yeah, I understand that she's the boss and that's her character, but like in real life, when she acts like that, I'm like, hey, all right, calm down.
My two favorites of the so-called 4 horsewomen are Bayley and Becky Lynch.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Bayley is funny as fuck, bro. I've been seeing her shit on Twitter. Dude, she's fucking hilarious. Like, someone tweeted out, and it was just like, oh, like, I wonder who's, like, the longest tag team that has stayed together, like, even since NXT. And then she replied, the Street Profits, and someone responded to her. And then they were like, hasn't the New Day been a team longer than the Street Profits? And she replied, they said NXT, dumbass.
Bailey just straight up went for the throat. It's like, bitch, listen, all right? Yeah. You didn't listen to the question, all right?
I screenshotted another one that fucking killed me.
I can imagine. Do you have
There you
it
go.
on file, on record? Let's see here. Oh shit.
This is how she is with her fans, bro, and it kills me.
Just reminding It's Bailey WWE that there was still a kid with her name on a sign that night. You think anyone's gonna see the little tiny ass sign? Brother, that's so true though. Who the fuck is gonna see that? It's ridiculous. Oh man, that's the thing.
Bro, as soon as Bailey turned heel, she turned heel in real life. She
Bro.
does not give a fuck.
I love it. I love it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I mean, her gimmick is to take signs that people have cheering for her, and she would rip it in half in front of them.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Like nothing better, bro. People are like, "Yeah, I love Bailey." Like the sign could say, "I love Bailey." She'll just tear that shit in half.
Oh, dude, I remember seeing this video where somebody pulled out their phone and they were recording her ripping signs. She went up to one sign that was unrippable. It's like, "Oh, you fucker!" You know, she was trying to rip it and she couldn't. It's like, "Oh, you bastard!" Then gives it back and runs away. Yeah, man, shit happens. Hey, people adapt. You know what I'm saying? People adapt. It's alright.
Yeah.
That's it. I love it.
Yeah, no, she was funny.
And I love how the fans just eat it up too. Like they take all that disrespect and it's like, oh, I love it. Give me more. Like with Roman Reigns and acknowledge me. People love it. I'm like, you do realize he's establishing dominance over all of us. We know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
We know, and we fucking love it.
It's hilarious, man. We love it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, who doesn't love bad guys? Especially when you know that that's not how they are in real life.
Of course.
Like Bailey's the nicest fucking person in real life. Her being a heel is just funny as fuck.
Because you know when she sent that tweet that she felt bad afterwards. Like, do I have to send this? Fuck. All right, it's too good. I have to send it.
She felt bad, but also she was laughing her ass off when she hit tweet.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I'm an asshole. Click.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yeah. She's definitely turning into a baby face soon.
Oh,
I think Bailey's walking into WrestleMania as a face.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's bound to happen. Yeah.
She's loved by all. That's all right. Charlotte Flair plays a good heel though.
They're giving her the Batista treatment. Oh yeah, I don't like Charlotte as a baby face. It does not work for her.
It's a heel. I mean, she's Ric Flair's daughter. What do you expect? She's supposed to be the cheater, the bad guy. You know, that's Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know, heel is face
like,
is just like, oh, I'm here. Hi. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Heel is, I'll kill you and your children.
Like
that's it.
Queen,
what?
Her nickname as like the Queen just does not work if she's a face.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? She needs to be that entitled, you know, stuck-up heel that shows up to WrestleMania in a fucking helicopter. Like, like who else can do that, bro?
It's like fucking Rusev showing up in a tank in WrestleMania. I think it was 31.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just
crazy shit, man.
Yeah, you got it.
Rusev was a good babyface too. When they did the Happy Rusev Day gimmick. Like every day was Rusev Day, dude. People ate that shit.
Every day was Rusev Day. I remember that shit. Yeah. Oh my god, I love it, man.
Happy Rusev Day.
Yeah.
I love that gimmick, and I miss Bad News Barrett.
Bad News Barrett. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, Wade Barrett. He would just go around giving people bad news. It's like the best shit ever.
Oh, these writers, man, they come up with some of the craziest gimmicks. Like, I really do. Like, how did they come up with more? You know what I mean? It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
The fact that remember when we were talking about the Roman Reigns and the John Cena talks that they'd have back to back. Remember when Roman Reigns kind of forgot his lines, that was actually scripted? Mm-hmm. That hurt my heart, bro. I'm like, no way. No.
Oh yeah.
John Cena was supposed to dominate him? Oh god. You know. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's a given that I feel like he would just destroy anybody on the mic.
Right.
So, you know, they probably did it. It's just like, let's just, Hey man, but it also shows how good of a performer Roman is because he genuinely looked like he forgot what the fuck he was supposed to do.
He took it, bro. Yeah, I believed him.
In that ring.
I believed him. It's like, oh, because after the pipe bomb, CM Punk threw that pipe bomb. It's like everything. Como se dice? Everything kayfabe was thrown out the fucking window. So it's like, okay, let's play with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Ever since the pipe bomb, forget it. That's it. So I'm okay with that.
That pipe bomb is probably one of the best promos like
period.
ever.
It's one of the best. Period. You know it's good when they have to
So
cut
good.
off your mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. That's what.
And I like that with that feud, he didn't hate John Cena.
He loved him.
Like he says it in the promo. Yeah. And it's just like, I like you, John. I like you a hell of a lot more than like the people in the back.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the
like,
fucking
I hate this idea that you're the best. Mm-hmm. You're not the best. I'm the best.
Yeah. Oh,
like, that's
man.
such a good, like, it didn't make him feel like a heel, but he also wasn't a face. He was this nice in between.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're so fucking good, man. And I'm glad that he's back. It sucks that he's older now, though. That's something that, you know, because he can't perform as well. He can still perform, but it's just not at the level that he used to do, you know? But still, I like.
I mean, he was fucking. He was kicking ass when he came into the Rumble match.
And then he fucked up his arm.
Fucking hell. And now he's missing WrestleMania. So good for him.
Exactly. It's like, you can point everything you wanted to a performance. Why do you think Undertaker only performed once a year? Because that's all he could do. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it.
But I love that they turned his injury into a fucking storyline. Drew McIntyre became the biggest hater on the fucking planet.
I was praying on this. Like, are you kidding me? Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, Drew McIntyre on Twitter, on TikTok today, you know what he just posted?
What did he post?
He said, "Never miss tricep day," and it's him fucking working out his triceps. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
I love it. I was like, fuck you, CM Punk. That's it. Yeah. It's over.
Imagine tearing your triceps. Couldn't be me. I feel like in a way wrestling kind of took over the MCU.
Yeah.
For me. That's like, you know, I used to fucking love the MCU, but lately it's just been disappointment after disappointment.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, they're not even horrible films. They're not horrible. Yeah.
Films.
It's just meh. You know?
It's not what it used to be. It feels like a shell of its former self.
It's twisted. You know what I mean? This is not even prologue shit because they're trying to create new things. Prologue shit is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's like, okay, cherry on top. We love it. Right? Yeah. But then you go to these other movies, and like, first of all, I love Shang-Chi. It was great. You know what I mean? You got some other stuff, and like, yeah, these movies are fine to watch. Eternals was decent. Doctor Strange was decent. But the thing is, and this is the main thing for me, is that decent is not where we were when we were doing Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. We were at Titan, top level, great, just amazing fucking quality. That's where we were. We were at the top tier. We were at the Endgame. We were at the climax of it all. And so now to come down from there to do these new things where they're kind of just, they're not even making new stories. They're just replacing old characters. You know what I mean? It's just kind of meh. That's it. It's like, why are we filling in a new role? Why does the MCU think that it's a good idea to make a new Avengers team and all this? Because then you're just filling the same roles. That's all you're doing. It's like, there's a reason why the MCU took all of their A-list characters. Because those were the characters worth making a story about. And while I'm sure there are other stories worth telling, I don't think it should be a branched in the same MCU. I really don't. I think it should be separate universes. That's it. You know, like the X-Men universe. They were able to make two really good fucking X-Men prequel movies, and then the third one was alright, and then we don't talk about the fourth one. But you understand, it was there. It existed. You know what I mean? They did pretty good. You know, and then you got the Wolverine trilogy, X-Men's Origins Wolverine, which is really cheesy. The Wolverine, which was okay. But then Logan came out, and that was amazing. It was great. So, you know, that there is capability to make really good fucking Marvel things that have nothing to do with the MCU. Like Daredevil, even though technically it's part of the MCU, it has nothing to do with that shit. Okay? That's it. Exactly. So, the Daredevil, the seasons that they were making in Netflix, perfect. And I like that little extended universe, even though some of it wasn't as good. Like Iron Fist, you know what I mean? There's still some really good stuff there, and it had nothing to do with the MCU. They don't all have to be part of the same universe, because then it all feels samey. You understand? 20-something films into the same universe, there has to be an ending. There just has to be. It used to be 3 films to a universe, you know? Yeah. Fast and Furious just made their 10th film, and all of a sudden we're looking at MCU, and we got 24 films, maybe, and now it's more? Jesus, man. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah. So, you know, instead of being constantly disappointed by Marvel, my brain has just kind of shifted. Hey, wrestling's really good right now.
And I'm glad you did. No more battered wife syndrome for you, my friend. Yeah. You get it, you know?
Like personally, like growing up watching wrestling and then watching it now, like for me, I think they're the best that they've ever been. Like I even like some of the stuff they're doing now more than the Attitude Era.
This
And
is
even
disagree.
Triple H said a lot of the stuff we did back then has not aged well. Like it's bad. You go back and watch it, it's bad. But
Yeah.
it was a time. It's a product of the time.
Exactly.
And then watching it now, it's just there's so much good shit. Like even fucking wrestlers that you shouldn't care about on the card feel important, or they have some kind of a presence.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like where they're at now.
Well, I
It
think
feels good.
that's also like the flip side of the coin. When I said that we should be chasing titles again, is because when we were chasing titles, all of the other titles below the World Championship didn't mean anything. No one gave a fuck about the Intercontinental, United States tag. No one cared about that shit. Everyone cared about the main title. So that's the flip side of that coin, is that now that the championship's going to mean a lot, everyone needs to be a main contender because that's all people are going to care about. You know what I mean? And that's odd. Yeah. The thing is, though, I feel like they could do that. There's a lot of people who are worthy of the main contender spot. You know what I mean? Like, a lot more than there used to be. It used to revolve around the same, like, 5 to 8 guys. Now, it's ridiculous. Anybody could be champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, like, the Intercontinental Champion right now, like, he should be main event status, but because he's the Intercontinental Champion, he's kind of stuck with the mid-card. And you would think it's just like, oh, they're never going to put him in the main event until after he loses the belt.
Right.
And then come the week before Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, gets confronted by Gunther, the Intercontinental, and you're just like, wait, like we haven't seen these two in the ring together.
Yeah.
And Gunther's just talking mad shit.
Gunther's a
like,
badass.
I'm gonna win the Rumble and I'm coming for your title, and like you believe it. Like you believe if he went toe to toe with Seth Rollins, he would beat his ass.
Bro, Gunther's a badass, brother. Legit. My man, I didn't expect much from him when I was watching the 2023 Royal Rumble. But then I saw what he was capable of, and I'm like, damn, okay, man. It's kind of giving me, como se dice, like Dolph Lundgren vibes from fucking Rocky. If he dies, he dies. I love it. you know?
Oh, no, Gunther is so good. Like,
he's great.
I love him as Intercontinental Champion. And the fact that now he's the longest reigning IC champion of all time is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Really? The longest reigning IC champion? Who did he beat?
Honky Tonk Man.
That's fucking crazy.
Honky Tonk Man used to be the longest reigning IC champion. Now it's Gunther.
Wow. I really hope
they don't Gunther's had 91 title defenses.
Damn.
Yeah, that's insane. Roman Reigns has been champion for 3.5 years, and he's had 50-something defenses total.
I really hope that fucking Roman doesn't go for the Pat Patterson reign. I really hope not.
I don't think they'll go that far. I see them maybe going for Hulk Hogan. Even then, that's iffy.
Yeah.
But if they do have him go for Hulk Hogan, I don't think they're going to continue after that. Take the belt off him as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Obviously, make it a big deal.
Yeah. But, I swear to God, if he loses on like an episode of Raw, I'm going to lose my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So many people be pissed off.
It's ridiculous.
At this point, it feels like he can only lose at WrestleMania. But I would also take him losing at SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is basically just like Raw 2 or WrestleMania 2.
Right.
It's just like right below it. And then also, I wouldn't mind him losing it if they did Payback again this year, because he won the title at Payback, which was like a random ass pay-per-view.
Right.
So to have him lose it at Payback is kind of, a full circle thing, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. I think he's losing this WrestleMania.
It has to be WrestleMania. It can't be anything else. Even though I do agree with you that SummerSlam would be pretty much the same. I really feel like it has to be a WrestleMania moment. All this build up, it's gotta be a WrestleMania moment. It can't be anything else.
Yeah, and I do like that they're doing a rematch with him and Cody, because it makes that loss from last year feel much more important for Cody's story.
Something, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's kind of like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker when they were running it back. It was more than just a simple rematch. Shawn Michaels was desperate to get that rematch and to break the streak. He became obsessed with it.
Oh,
and I think there's an opportunity for them to do that with Cody, where he just kind of he goes a little bit over the edge, in trying to beat Roman.
Well, there have been some rumors that Roman Reigns wanted to leave soon. So, like, Dude, a career match? Let's go.
I mean, there's a lot of talks of Roman wanting to go to Hollywood, but also there's talks of like, because he does have leukemia, he's not cured from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
There's talks that this potential run that he has in WWE could be his last one, even though he still has a lot of years in him. A lot of people think that once he loses the title, like he might just retire from wrestling altogether.
I mean, that makes sense.
But we don't know. We'll see, because with something like cancer, it's crazy, and the fact that he was diagnosed, the fact he was diagnosed like 15 years ago is like, it's just, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, we have Roman Reigns as champion. He's doing the work that he can, and so we just have to appreciate him while he's here.
Poor guy. That leukemia thing is horrible, dude. I remember when he announced that he was in remission, how loud the crowd got, even though no one liked Roman Reigns at the time. It's just that's real life shit. He's got leukemia. It's like, that's real life shit. Nothing to do with the writers. So it's crazy, man. Poor guy.
Yeah, there's actually a whole documentary of him on Peacock, and they talk about like that whole leukemia thing. And so when he came back for his first WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre, after like the whole remission thing, like people were cheering him for a little bit. Like it felt like that era of Roman being hated was done. It's like, okay, we finally have the baby face, the face of the company that we wanted. And then halfway through the match, the crowd turns on him because it's back to the same old Roman Reigns bullshit.
Oh yeah,
and it's like people immediately forgot about the whole remission thing. And so when coming up with turning Roman Reigns heel, he wants the people to acknowledge him, because he's been booed all this time and people haven't been respecting him. So him being heel is all about that respect. He wants people to acknowledge his talent, the fact that he's a champion. And it made sense for him to go after the Universal title right away, because he technically never lost it. He vacated it because he had leukemia. He never lost the belt. So when he came back as a heel, he's like, I'm going for the belt that I never lost. And then he wins it, and now he's still a fucking champion to this day.
Well, yeah,
crazy shit.
He definitely, he's definitely fought hard for it, and he's gone through a lot of years of hate. So respecting his power, I'm glad that they found the gimmick that worked for him. You know what I mean? I really do, because if they didn't find that acknowledge me shit, and he was still being booed to this day, I don't know. That's demoralizing, Holmes. It really is.
Yeah. Well, the whole this current character that he has was all his idea.
There you go.
Because Vince McMahon wanted to keep him. Basically, Vince McMahon wanted to do the
John Cena thing. Hey, yo, fuck Vince McMahon, man. Continue.
Yeah, Vince basically tried to make Roman the next John Cena, and that was not going to fucking work.
Of course not.
So when during the whole COVID thing, basically Roman came up with the character of the tribal chief, and then he also the main point of this character is for him to elevate other people. And like, yeah, he's dominating the roster and like, taking people down, but also think about, he launched Sami Zayn back to the top of the card. Sami Zayn was a fucking mid-carder fighting for the IC title, like 4 years ago. But now because of Roman Reigns, people are like, I could see Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble and becoming World Heavyweight Champion. Like, that's a thing that people can see now.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening before. And then you have the Usos. They were just a tag team for 10 years that people didn't really care about.
Tell me
but
about
now they're split up. They're split up, and Jey Uso is now like one of the biggest solo stars on Monday Night Raw. Like, so he's elevated a lot of people with the character, and that's really what the whole point of it was. Like, I think it's a good job what they've done with the character.
The tribal chief, yeah, exactly.
The tribal chief, yeah.
You see,
plus it's just a fun character.
He is, yeah. Oh,
his trash talking is fucking awesome.
Really, man. Vince McMahon, let me tell you, he's definitely done a lot of good things to WWE, but he's also made a lot of really, really gross miscalculations. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that was just
out of touch with the fans in the last 10 years.
Tell me about it. Don't get me started. That's what he's been on.
It's crazy that Roman's been in the company for 10 years. This year will be Roman Reigns. Yeah, because I think the Shield debuted end of 2013.
Yeah. Something like
That's
that.
Crazy. So him and Seth Rollins will be 10 years already.
Jesus Christ. You're getting old, son. I still think 2014.
I wasn't even watching wrestling when the Shield came out.
I still remember 2015 being like a new year for me. You know what I mean? Like WrestleMania 31 being like, oh, these are the new stars. Dude, that was 2016. God damn, 8 years ago. You know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. We're saying but we're young. That's the thing. We're both 21. Like, you're young as fuck, but we feel so old, Holmes. It's just...
that Money in the Bank cash in the main event of WrestleMania. That's going to be 9 years this year.
Oh, man. Fucking yeah, I still have that DVD as well. I love that fucking WrestleMania. It's great.
It's such a good WrestleMania.
You know, Triple H versus Sting. Like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think it was Sting. Yeah, Sting.
Yeah. Sting should have won. I mean, Triple H is my GOAT, but I still think Sting should have won. I'm just saying.
He only got like 4 matches, and then he broke his neck.
3.
3. Damn.
Wait, no, 4 because I think he had like a random match on Raw with he teamed up with John Cena.
That's crazy shit. Well, I'm glad that he was able to fight in WWE for a little while. It was a good one. But
yeah, at least he was there.
Yeah, at least he was there, right? At least there's history there. You know what I mean? At least he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Which I agree with mainly because you get people like, oh, but he wasn't in WWE for long. It's like, yeah, but that's not really just a WWE Hall of Fame. That's like a wrestling Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's like because there's no other Hall of Fame. So where the fuck is he supposed to go? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, it's like just last year they announced that now the Hall of Fame is not just going to be for WWE wrestlers. They're extending it to all wrestling around the world, which is, I think they should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, me too. Fucking hell. Because there's no other Hall of Fame. There's just no other one.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? It only makes sense.
I mean, like, who cares about, like, the TNA Hall of Fame?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't exist.
Like,
in people's minds, it doesn't exist. You know, it's only WWE. Yeah. So it makes sense that they branch it out. That makes sense. It's also recognition. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I didn't know this company existed. Oh, what's One Wrestling? Oh, well, hold on. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. You got all these wrestlers from Japan that haven't even come over to WWE, but people fucking love.
Okay, yeah, obviously. Fucking Asuka and, like, the girls that she brought with her, you know. It's crazy what those guys are capable of, you know?
Mm-hmm. Japan is scary, bro. Those fucking matches over there, they're fucking killing each other.
Yeah, they really are. Them backflips, bro. I'm telling you, they do some crazy shit to each other. But it's also so dramatic. I love some of the shots that they pull with each other. It's crazy, bro. They could tell a story, you know? That's it.
It's real life anime.
It's real life anime. That's a good way to put it. It's real life anime. It's great. Oh man. Como se dice? But I'm just happy that WWE is where it is right now. It's so successful, and now apparently they're doing a deal with Netflix. That's the thing.
Yeah, starting January of next year, Monday Night Raw is going to be live on Mondays on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. That's sick. And is there going to be any on-demand service, or is it just live?
I think it's just live.
That's fair. Hey, I'll watch
and then outside of the United States, Netflix is basically getting WWE's whole library.
Wow.
So you can go back and watch every fucking pay-per-view in history. Basically, if you have Netflix outside of the U.S. I think for us, it's still going to be on Peacock until their contract expires with them in 2026.
Brother, VPN, it's all right.
Exactly. VPN, put that shit in UK. I'm watching all that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's all over. Like, you can still watch The Office and shit on Netflix, you know, with VPN. You know, it's great. I think it's The Office. I don't know, but there's like a lot of big shit.
Monday Night Raw.
Exactly. I watch whatever the fuck I want over there. I'll watch all the pay-per-views.
I'll start from fucking whenever Raw started, like 1992 or some shit.
Yeah, I'll watch them all. No, I thought about doing that, and I'm like, there's no way. 2.5 hour episodes, 52 of them a year. Oh my god, no way. I couldn't do it.
No. I think I might do what my manager did, because when he started watching wrestling, he was trying to catch up, so he picked like 2022, and he just watched all the pay-per-views from that year. He didn't watch like the Raws on this match. He just watched all the pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's like a good way to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, there's so much to catch up on though. I got 10 years. I gotta catch up on 10 years.
Yeah.
On and off. I played WWE 2K16, the video game, right? So I know the wrestlers there, you know. But that's it. I don't know any of the events. I don't know the pay-per-view. I don't know nothing. So
yeah. It's weird. Like, even when I wasn't watching wrestling, I was still playing the games. So I've been up to date on the roster, even when I haven't been watching.
Yeah,
which is weird.
That's fair. I hope
Because like I'd be
2K24 is
playing a
worth a
game and I'm like, yo, this dude's moves are sick as fuck, and then I see him in real life and I'm like, yo, he is sick as fuck.
damn. So I think the new one is what, 2K25 now?
24
24.
coming out March.
Hope that's good. I really do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a day one cop for me. It's weird because like Suicide Squad came out this week and I'm like, like
Suicide Squad came out this week?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have the deluxe edition, you were able to start playing it yesterday, Tuesday.
That's crazy.
But the standard game releases worldwide tomorrow. Friday. My bad.
People have been shitting on that game, Holmes. Jesus Christ.
The mixed response is why I haven't bought it yet. I was gonna get it day one and like just play it for myself and be like, fuck what the critics think. But the mixed response, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to put my time into that right now.
The NDA has been lifted, so you can say a little bit about what you played.
Yeah, I mean, like, I only played the first 3 hours of the game, but gameplay-wise, that shit was pretty fun. But also, it's like, it's a live service game, and it's a looter shooter,
that's so dumb. I still can't believe that's something that's true. It's like, bro, this is a narrative story. Why the fuck is this live service? I don't get it.
Yeah. And then, like, also, I looked up how long the story was. It said about 10 hours.
Really?
And I'm like, all right, that's pretty normal for a single-player game, but this isn't a single-player game. I was kind of expecting something a bit longer.
But the thing is, the standard for solo stories have gone up. That's the thing. Like, it's no longer like a 10-hour story. Like, if you're going through a story, you got to think Last of Us 2 level, 17 to 23 hours. Spider-Man PS4, 18 hours, something along those lines. The standard has gone up. You know what I mean? It's no longer a 6 to 8 hour experience.
My personal standards, because my brain is still like on The Last of Us 1.
Your brain,
like that game's 10 hours. Like,
yeah.
For me, I'm like, yeah, like that's a decent length.
It's fine.
You can tell a good story in 10 hours.
I'm not even mad at it. Like, it's fine. I'm just aware that the standard has gone up, and I expect more. You know what I mean? So those 10 hours better be really good. And I don't know, man. I don't see it. I just don't. See it.
It's just for me for Suicide Squad. It's like, okay, only 10 hours. It's a $70 game, and then like based on the side content that because I've done my research on the game, and based on the side content that's there, doesn't look like it's a lot to hold me over for very long after doing the story. Mm-hmm. And I know it's live service; they're gonna be updating it, and they're planning to add like more story missions and characters and shit. But I don't want to have to wait for that shit.
Exactly. Like, I'd rather... What's the point of a fucking release date if you're gonna give us the one half of the game? You know what I'm saying? Fuck off. Yeah. It's so dumb.
And then also like the first DLC or the first season that they have doesn't interest me. It's like, oh, you get to play as the Joker, and it's the Joker from another universe. It's like, I don't care. I'm tired of the Joker in media.
For real, like that's all he's in. Every Batman story has Joker.
Like, Jesus. If it was like, you could play as Bane, that's different. Bane would be a cool character. Deathstroke, literally any of the DC characters. But fucking Joker, like, come on, bro. Your first season is Joker. Also, his design looks like shit. Like,
yikes!
You made him look like a bitch. I don't like it.
I saw one scene that people are really pissed off. It has something to do with Batman. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what happens in the game already.
Yeah. So is that literally the last scene?
With Batman, yes.
That's literally it. There's nothing else.
Yeah. He just gets shot in the face.
That I forget his name because I'm a horrible human being. I knew it yesterday and now I forget. The guy who voices Batman.
Kevin Conroy?
Thank you. I'm sorry. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
That was literally Kevin Conroy's last words.
They actually just confirmed that he did an animated movie that's coming out I think in like a month or two.
Did he? Okay, thank God.
Yeah, Justice League animated
movie. Fuck! Jesus Christ. Because his last words were like, is the clown show over or some shit? And then he just dies unceremoniously. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on, wait, that's it?
A lot of people are comparing his death to Joel's in The Last of Us 2, but I think what a lot of people don't understand is that Joel's death in The Last of Us 2 is for thematic storytelling purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it starts the revenge arc. Continue.
Yeah, for this game, for Suicide Squad, all the deaths are for shock factor. Essentially.
Really? Is that what
pretty much. I mean, it's not even really shock factor because you're playing as characters that fucking hate the Justice League. So it's like, it's just it's whatever.
It doesn't serve. Let me tell you, with a title as on the nose as "Kill the Justice League," we don't expect deep storytelling here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Really
like
don't.
you get what you pay for, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm fine with that. Like, I don't care that they kill the Justice League in a game called Kill the Like,
Right.
it's in the fucking name, right? I think the only thing that doesn't really sit right with me is that it's in the same universe as the Arkham games.
You tell me about it.
It
That
didn't
is
need to
fucking
be.
ridiculous. It didn't need to be. You're right. 100%.
Yeah,
It did
well,
not fucking need to
I
be.
yeah, like I get doing that, but at
Why?
the same time, it feels like they only did it for money. It's like
It
it's in the
feels like
Arkham universe, and all the Arkham fans lost their fucking minds.
one thing is that it feels exactly as you said, that it felt like they were doing that for money, and it feels like it's a spit in the face to the Arkham trilogy. All right, the Arkham trilogy is one of the most goated fucking gaming trilogies of all time. It's amazing. All
Mhm,
right, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, even though it had a bit too much content, is still fucking great. All right, and so you put all these
mhm,
things together, and then you say, oh, we're gonna make a spin-off game where we disrespect the main character of that entire trilogy. Like, it's dumb. It's just dumb. The reason why
mhm,
Joel's death, I first of all, I hate that comparison. I'm glad that you defended it, because you know how I am. I fucking go down the rabbit hole with Last
mhm,
of Us 2. When it comes to Last of Us 2, you're right. That fucking that the killing of Joel is not just for shock value. It's meant to be the start of the revenge arc for Ellie. It's meant to empower
mhm,
you to go out and kill Abby. It's meant for you to feel the anger that Ellie feels in that moment. You understand? That death serves
mhm,
such a strong fucking narrative point that I don't mind it, because it's so unceremonious, but it's so visceral. It makes you feel fucking anger. Literally every single person that was playing through the game that didn't like that game, they would legit say, "Oh, I'm only playing this so I can kill Abby. I'm only playing this so I can kill
mhm,
Abby." So that means it fucking worked. It worked. What they were trying to do is
mhm,
it worked. And I don't think it was lazy at all. I think the game had some of the biggest fucking brass balls to kill one of their biggest characters right at the beginning. It wouldn't if they had just killed
mhm,
him and like it was a zombie or some shit, like a completely, then it was that unceremonious, then yeah, I would think it was cheap, but it's
mhm.
not. It was a chick with a golf club and a group of her friends, and we wanted to hunt them down. That's how fucking strong that
Mhm.
death was, you know? So
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And then they add the little the story arc where Ellie was mad at him at the time, and Ellie really just wanted to
Mhm.
enjoy her time with Joel, but now she doesn't get to do that. The fact that they added
Mhm.
that along with that final scene at the end with them on that porch, oh, just magnifique. You know what I mean? Great story. So you cannot compare those two deaths, him and Batman. It's ridiculous. The people who were
Yeah.
criticizing that game when it came out never played it. So go fuck yourselves. You got past the first 3 hours and then didn't play it anymore because you're cowards. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't mean to be so volatile. Of course, these people were just they were hurt and they didn't play it anymore because it was too much for them,
Mhm.
and that's fine. The story's not meant for everybody, but don't say it was cheap, because that's not what it was. Come on now, help me out. You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I'm very very mixed on Kill the Justice League right now.
Yeah. I hope I
'Cause,
hope I
like,
hope the critics are wrong. I hope it's actually really good and tasteful, but considering that's the last scene for Kevin Conroy in that game, I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I know they do plan on adding more story stuff, but I
Bah.
also feel that all the post game shit really undermines the stakes of the game itself.
Yeah,
Because, when you have a game about killing the Justice League, it's like, oh shit, that's a big thing.
that's
You know,
final.
you're killing the fucking Justice League. But then, before the game comes out, like a week before, they announce all this, these post game content, and it's a multiverse game now
Right.
with all the content they're gonna add later. And when you add in multiverse, it really undermines the value of all that shit.
Right?
'Cause
Because it's like,
it goes
brother.
from being like a world-ending stakes to just being like, oh, this character's alive in a different universe.
He's like, let's go back in time for the Infinity Stones. Oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you know?
Like, as soon as you start adding shit like time travel and multiverse,
Oh
it really
god.
just undermines the stakes. And I feel like that's kind of what they were trying to do, announcing that shit like a week or two before the game drops.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we know what you're trying to do. Like, come on.
Help us out.
So I don't know. I do want to play it. as a DC fan, and I do want to see where the Arkham universe goes after this. But also, it's just I don't know if I want to spend the money and the time right now to play it. I'll probably wait for a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll wait until they add a lot more content to it, and then I'll buy it after.
That's crazy coming from fucking you, dude. Because I could tell you right now, I'm talking to the audience here. Storian is the fucking biggest DC fanboy I have ever met. He loves DC, and I love DC too. But he's read all these fucking comics, and he eats up everything they give. For him to be hesitant on a DC title, that shows how bad it is. I'm just being frank.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'm not saying that as a negative connotation. You grew up with it; it makes sense. We all have our biases, and DC's one of yours, and that's fine. It's crazy that you are actually hesitant on a title. That shows the quality of said, or at least the reaction of said title. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Me personally, I can't spend $70 on a product that I'm iffy about. I just can't.
Yeah. It's just it's weird how I feel about Suicide Squad right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am part of me is still thinking about buying it and playing it, but then also it's just I don't know if I want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Down the line, sure, but where it stands right now, where it stands right now, I'm probably not gonna. I mean, not even just a sale. I'm probably gonna wait for them to, until they get to like season 5 or 6 when there's a shit ton of content already in the game. Then I'll get some bang for my buck. But
it's just so dumb. I hate this live service bullshit. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to add all this content afterward. It's so dumb. Like, Mortal Kombat can get away with that shit because they give you so much up front already. And it's like, oh, we're going to add some extra characters. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll buy it. You know what I mean? Because they give you so much to start with. But the fact that you're selling a $70 platform is ridiculous. I hate it. We're giving you the foundation of the game. Like, bitch, fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I really don't.
But yeah, and I've seen a lot of people also compare this to like Injustice, because a lot of people don't like Injustice and claim it disrespects the characters. But the thing for me about Injustice is that right from the fucking get-go, they tell you this is a different universe. The rules are different here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same Superman you're used to from the fucking movies. It's a different. This Superman is evil. Fucking, he does not give a shit about human life. It's two very different characters. But that's kind of the point of Injustice. It's supposed to be like a backwards, upside-down version of the DC universe.
Right.
But then with Suicide Squad, you put it in the Arkhamverse. And the Arkhamverse, Batman in this universe, we've played as him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've gone through his struggles. And
we slammed a man through a table with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a very comic book version of Batman, especially Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum was just straight up comic book.
It's true. You stole that out of my mouth. It's truly faithful, right?
Yeah, it's like the first game is just straight up Batman, but then you get to Arkham City, and that's when Rocksteady's like, okay, we can kind of do our own thing with this, make it a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And so, slowly they've been kind of adding their own shit and making their own universe, which is cool. And then they want to do Suicide Squad, which is a good way of exploring different parts of the DC universe.
Right.
And then you just go ahead and, kill the Justice League, and it's like, all right, so what's the point now?
It's like flipping the coin. It's like complete opposite of what it was. You know what
I
mean? Deep, rich storytelling to a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I love Flash as much as the next guy, not the superhero. I'm talking about Flash itself. And it's ridiculous that Flash can come with substance, guys. So please think of substance before you do the Flash. That's something that a lot of creators like to do. They do the Flash before the substance, and so the substance doesn't come out as good because they already put all the energy into the Flash. You understand? It's ridiculous. It's dumb. And that's what they did here. Kill the Justice League. Yeah, that's a killer name. Oh wait, it's a bit on the nose, don't you think? Oh well. Yeah, like Batman versus Superman. I'm like, that's a shit title. Come on. Help me out. Like the movies, I go back and I watch it and I'm like, you know what? It's not too bad. There's some dumb things. Definitely with the Martha thing, don't get me wrong. Definitely. But there's some good moments in there and I like, it's all right.
Yeah.
But Batman versus Superman, that's a horrible name. Come on. Come on.
Could have called it something else.
But it's money. That's all it is. The most dollars they can extract from that movie, the better. So I don't blame them for naming it. It's just there's no subtlety,
Yeah.
Same with Godzilla X Kong, but at least there, when I see Godzilla X Kong, I'm like, come on, this is a CGI fest. There's not going to be any depth here because these aren't human protagonists. These are just animals fighting each other. That's it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, my biggest issue with Suicide Squad right now is that it's in the same universe. I would have just new game, like new universe, new time.
New game. Delete the old save file, start from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would have just like I get it's a selling point that's in the Arkhamverse because people fucking love the Arkham games, but
no.
And
I
also
think
they could have flipped the idea too.
What's up?
I tweeted about this. They could have flipped the idea too. You could have made it a Justice League game where you're fighting mind-controlled villains.
Just saying.
Instead of playing as villains fighting a mind-controlled Justice League.
Yeah, one thing that one thing that pisses me off, right, is one thing that I noticed anyway. One thing that I noticed is that they probably did that after the reception of I think it was. Do you remember like the Teen Titans one that they did? I don't know. It was like Robin. It was Batgirl and all this shit, and like Batman just died at the beginning of the game. Gotham Knights. Yeah, that one. See, I forgot the name. But like after the reception of Gotham Knights, I'm sure they were thinking like, oof, I don't know. It's just because that reception.
It's weird. I think Gotham Knights fits more into the Arkham universe than Suicide Squad does. Yeah, because I mean, when you look at the context, right? Batman Arkham Knight ends with Batman faking his death.
Yeah.
And Gotham Knights ends after Batman is supposedly dead.
Actually,
and now it's up to like Robin and Batgirl and Nightwing to kind of pick up the pieces. You could have just had it take place after Arkham Knight, and then still have the same story.
Right, like instead of Batman actually dying, it's just like, oh, okay, now I give it to you guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, and honestly, him faking his death would have been better because in Gotham Knights, they bring him back to life just to kill him off again anyway. So it's like, what the fuck is the point of that?
Yeah.
It's like that's just bad writing right there.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, because we need a strong opening. It's like, guys, come on. You don't need... Calm down. All right? Please.
And weirdly, I also think Gotham Knights would have worked better if that one was live service instead of Suicide Squad. Because there's a lot more shit you can do with Gotham Knights.
Shit. Well, that's a thought. I mean, one thing that I wanted to point out is that Spider-Man didn't start with the death of Uncle Ben. Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man started with the defeat of Wilson Fisk, one of the biggest villains that Spider-Man has. It's like, hey, that's a really good start. You know what I mean? Because they start with a big crescendo, a massive boss battle, a massive fight. Going through these really cool fucking settings, like in the building they were in. Hey, that's a good start. And so I don't know why they can't do something like that. Why do they have to start off with a massive death? I just don't understand. Some stories can do it, but it's not mandatory. You do not have to throw Batman in to make those heroes look better. You don't have to do that. So I don't know. I think
DC just has a massive hard-on for killing Batman.
They really
did it in the Batwoman TV show. They did it in the Batwoman TV show. They did it in the Gotham Knights show. They did it in the Gotham Knights game. They're doing it in Suicide. Like, I think DC just hates Batman.
Because they're all
there's
trying
no
to
other
be
way
shocking.
around it. Like,
Batman is their biggest fucking IP, so they're all trying to be shocking, but it's ridiculous because it's been done again and again and again for the exact same reason, and it's shock value at the beginning to make you care more about the main characters, the characters they're actually talking about. That's it.
Yeah.
And didn't Batwoman? It was going for 2 seasons, and didn't they directly disrespect Batman? It's like, oh, it's time for a woman to do this or some shit. Didn't they do that?
That was probably a line that was said in one of the earlier episodes.
No, that legit. I watched the clip, and that's what he said. It's like, it's time for a woman to do this, or like a woman can do this better, or something so ridiculously dumb. And they zoomed in on the person's face. Well, it was so dumb. I just don't.
I don't remember, but it sounds like something that would be in that show.
That CW shit. Yeah. Oh man. And speaking of Spider-Man PS4, I just defeated Martin Lee again, and it was amazing, brother. So I just beat Martin Lee in the subway train, and now Doc Ock has just come back. Peter, Connor's a liar. And he knocked over the TV. That's where I'm at. It's amazing, brother. I can't. It's so much better than when I played it the first time. I think the main thing for me, right, is because of my new TV. Everything looks a lot better and the sounds a lot better. You know, and I'm just enjoying the game so much more now. And I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty. That's another thing. The first time I played it on friendly. You know, an easy one. And so now
It's so easy.
Yeah, right? I agree. Then I played it on Spectacular, and I'm like, you know what? I thought I would be dying a million times. I'm not dying a lot. I died maybe twice.
No.
You know what I mean? That's it. It's like, I'm not dying often. It's just really engaging. You know, it's just really engaging. I think that's how you're supposed to play it. You know, really.
Yeah, I think the hard difficulty is the best. Yeah. Ultimate difficulty is a little iffy, I think.
I haven't played Ultimate. I haven't played Ultimate because I think you get that after you beat the game.
In Ultimate,
really?
Yeah. If you get hit by like a really good sniper, you can get one-shotted. I mean, it's still like kind of easy, but you just take a shit ton more damage. It
feels unfair sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, you're not gonna die. Like if you're not dying that many times on Spectacular, Ultimate's gonna be a cake.
I remember getting my ass whooped by I remember I went into one of Lee's compounds, and brother, the amount of javelin missiles surrounding me, brother, I kept getting my ass whooped. God, yeah. I wasn't dying because I had the superpower. I had the suit power where like I kept gaining focus, so I wasn't dying, but I was getting my ass whooped, bro. They kept hitting me with these fucking javelin missiles. Like, bro, stop it, you know, because it's hard to dodge it sometimes, you know, because I'm constantly being hit by like 12 guys at once. I'm trying to finish a combo and I can't, you know, it's just like, get away from me. But it's just so engaging. It's such a fun, just fresh breath of fresh air. And I love the fact that they constantly go into Peter's life and they show how good Peter is as a person. He's helping out not Dr. Connors, what's his name? Otto Octavius. He's helping out Otto Octavius in a room. Yeah. He's not even getting paid and he's still helping him out. You know, then he goes to the feast center and he helps out all these people. He gives great advice. It's like, this is Peter Parker. This is Spider-Man, all right? You know, this isn't, you know, constant action, constant this, that. So, like, this is a grown-up Spider-Man that has figured out a lot, but is still learning. And it's just so... It's so beautiful. It's such a great fucking game from start to finish. There's a bit of a redundancy here and there with the action. Like it's a little repetitive here and there, but you can vary that easily with the gadgets. You know what I mean, and the whatnot. It's definitely not as impactful as say like a Batman Arkham City or an Arkham Knight combat because the way Batman is, he's just destroying these guys in front of you. And when Spider-Man hits someone, it's kind of like ticky-tack. You understand?
Yeah. But like it takes a few hits where Batman feels like he can one-shot someone.
Right, exactly. But even then, it's still really fucking cool. And it's so flashy. Let me tell you what the saving grace of the Spider-Man PS4 game is. The triangle button. That fucking web zip? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's because Spider-Man comes in with the punch of the gods. He does a spin move while he's coming on that ass and then BAM! Fucking knocks him out. It's amazing. I love the impact webs. They're my favorite. Yeah, you hit them with it and they just fly over and they hit a wall somewhere. You know what I learned how to do when I was getting hit with the javelin missiles? Is like every time I knock someone down, hit him with the web shooters. 4 times, he's on the ground. Do it again. 4 times, he's on the ground. You know, like web shooters are now my favorite. All of a sudden, because I'm good at using them now. It makes you think. Be creative. It's like, okay, javelin missiles are hitting me. Let me zip up so I can get to their level, and I'm going to stay here now instead of staying in the middle, you know, so they don't have a good vantage point. It makes you think. When you're playing on the easiest difficulty, you don't think. You just do. You know what I mean? And it gets boring. So, just a great fucking time from front to back. I love the fucking antagonist. I cannot wait until what is the name of the Sinister Seven? Something like that?
Sinister Six?
The Sinister Six, yeah, my bad. I can't wait for the Sinister Six to come back around and I get to fight all those guys. Because I remember playing those missions and loving them, but I can't wait to do them again because it's been a couple years. And it's just great, man. I love it. I love Martin Lee. He is pretty fucking cool. You know, he's also real edgy. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? You know, it's just... it's amazing. It really is. I don't know. The Mary Jane stuff, I didn't like it the first time I played it, but then the second time I played it, I really enjoyed it because it was smooth. You know what I mean? It was really smooth. The way that I was sneaking around guys and throwing the little gadgets, like I didn't mind it. I enjoyed it. The Miles stuff,
I don't mind all the Mary Jane stuff.
The Miles stuff, it was kind of... I did like when he was hacking the bots, yeah. I think he still has a couple more moments, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so good from front to back, man. And I love the locations that you start the missions in, like Grand Central Station when Mary Jane is surrounded by hostages and like you have to stealthily take guys down. She has to disarm the bomb. Like, oh, what a great mission.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much good shit in there. It's ridiculous. I think my least favorite is when you're trying to find that doctor in like that costume party. That's my least favorite. Besides that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, just amazing game from front to back. I enjoyed that. Way too good. It was way too good. I remember when you said it was the perfect Spider-Man game, and I had to agree with you there. It's like, yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it still is, to be honest.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah. Oh my god. So when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2, I haven't played it, but you did, and talk to me. How do you feel about that?
Spider-Man 2. So I think story-wise,
No, what?
There's a lot missing. A lot missing. You were just talking about how, in the first game you spent a lot of time with Peter, with Otto, going back to feats and helping people. That's something I think Spider-Man 2 could have really benefited from.
They didn't have it?
No, not really. I feel like there's not a whole lot of Peter stuff in Spider-Man 2. And it's weird, like, to say that as like a complaint. It's like, you don't play as Peter Parker that much, but it's like when it's established in the first game that he's just this great guy who goes out of his way to help people, I want to see him helping people.
It's inspiring. It really is.
Yeah, and it's such a good. It's good for the character because it really sells that. Yeah, I could see this guy being Spider-Man, just his personality, and then you get to Spider-Man 2, and like you don't go to the Feast Center once.
Really?
And like you don't go to the Feast Center at all in Spider-Man 2.
That's dumb. Why?
It kind of feels like we just forgot, like about everyone that was there, and it's like, I don't know. It missed a lot.
What the fuck?
But gameplay-wise, Spider-Man 2 is fucking awesome, fucking great.
Yeah, I saw the wingsuit that you have. They actually teased it a little bit in the backpack token, in the first one. That's so sick.
Yeah, it was like a broken wing.
Yeah, I was like, they didn't work though. I'm like, but they will. They will soon, won't they? They will.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man 2 is a give and take. You get better gameplay, more improved combat and swinging, and more freedom in how you get to approach things. But also, story, it's not all there. I think it could have been a lot better. Oh, I also wish Spider-Man 2 had more stealth. The stealth in Spider-Man 1 is fucking amazing.
It's great. I love it.
In Spider-Man 2, it's like it's not encouraged at all.
Which is dumb. I don't see why they didn't do that. Because I remember when the first one, the stealth mechanic was really fucking good. And when I was going through it the second time, I actually respected it a lot more. And I enjoyed doing it more because of combat's the difficulty of combat. When I was going through stealth gameplay, I'm like, let me take this guy. Oh, is he safe to do it? Let me distract them. Like, there's always a way to take someone out, And I loved that. That's dumb that they took all that out. Really? Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
One thing that I remember watching, and I saw this straight, like, as soon as the fucking scene was happening, that one scene where, like, Miles was, like, in that dream world with Martin Lee, I felt like it was... me just watching that part of the game out of context felt so rushed. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like that moment wasn't earned at all. Just me watching it out of context. And then you confirmed my suspicions. I'm like, bro, I'm a goat. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
About the game being rushed?
Yeah, their story. What's wrong with it? Talk to me about it. Miles Morales and whatnot. Because we've talked about this before, but let's talk about it again.
Yeah, I have a whole video on it.
Oh, yeah! YouTube.com/Squeedo. My apology.
Yeah, no, it's just Miles is a side character in Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even like my supervisor or manager now, he was recently like watching a walkthrough of the game because he can't afford a PS5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he was watching a walkthrough and then he texted me like, "Yo, I completely agree with like what you're saying. Just watching the story because it's rushed. It feels like they're just getting to certain moments because they know that that's what the fans want to see.
Yeah.
And the development is not really there. Harry Osborn is not as interesting as he should be.
Mm-hmm. Especially
all the Venom shit is should have been a lot longer. He's barely in the fucking game.
Yeah, that's something. Don't you? That's
Yeah.
fucking dumb. I'm about to say, so one thing that I wanted to mention is that I felt like Harry definitely should have been a more interesting character because after the whole research station fiasco in the first one, like it showed that he really cared. You know what I mean? And after the whole debacle with his father, there should have been more. You know? That sucks to hear. I didn't watch the story. I only saw certain things here and there, so I'm not claiming to be a Spider-Man 2 expert. I'm listening to Dorian's opinion here, and you know, it is what it is.
I mean, I'd still recommend that you play it though.
Of course, I will.
Because it is good. Insomniac's a great developer, and you know they do good shit. They clearly care about Spider-Man and you know the fans as well. So I would definitely support them, even if the game is not amazing. It's still worth playing at least once.
I definitely want to play Spider-Man 2. Definitely, that's what I want. I want to get that game when I get my PS5. I want to get Spider-Man 2. And the $10 upgrade for Last of Us 2. That's what I want to get. And God of War Ragnarok. Oh, that's the first thing I'm going to buy. God of War Ragnarok. So, there you go.
Yeah. I still got to play that one.
I love the God of War game, man. The fucking God of War for me is just, it's top tier storytelling, top tier graphics, top tier acting. It's up there with the greats. It's amazing. So, you know, I know there are people are like, oh, but the combat's kind of floaty. It's like, you know what? I can agree with you. But there's so much good shit there that it negates it. I don't care. I don't care. It just does. So I got the Spider-Man stuff. I got that. Sony's State of Play recently just came around with a few announcements.
I watched it.
There are 2 announcements that I care about. Everything else is kind of, I don't care. Death Stranding 2, another trailer. I haven't watched it because I'm trying to avoid spoilers for the first game because I haven't finished it. But what I played, fucking awesome. So I can't wait for the sequel. And Silent Hill 2 has a remake coming around, which is fucking mental. Yeah. I thought that was never going to happen. I thought we were just going to have to stick with old PS2 ROMs for the rest of our life. You know what I mean? That's it.
They also have... Silent Hill, the short message, some shit like that.
Yeah, coming out for free.
Free to play. Yeah, it's already out. I might try to stream it.
Shit, I'll definitely try it. The thing is, man, and this is the big thing, is like Kojima's not behind it. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
It's Konami, but it ain't Kojima ain't behind it. So I'm kind of iffy because after what they did with Metal Gear Survive, holy fuck. I never bought that game. I saw it for $8 at a fucking Family Dollar General. Still didn't pick it up. Fuck that. I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it, me personally.
Yeah, I like that now. Konami is just like, well, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit, just remake all the Metal Gear games.
For real. Hey, man. And that's the thing. Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, when they came out, apparently they were unplayable. Apparently, that's what I hear, is that they were fucked up. And it's like, dude, seriously? You can't even port the old games? I'll stick to my PS2 copy, thank you. Yeah, that's it. I really want to play the old school Metal Gears for my channel. There's so many good games I want to play on the channel. Too many. I'll be on fucking YouTube for 15 years. What's up?
I haven't played Death Stranding, but the trailer for 2 actually looks really fucking good. Like, I might start playing the first one.
I love
now just because the second one looks really good.
I love some of the casting they made for that too, like Leia Seydoux. I think that's her name, Leia Seydoux, some shit like that. I don't know. I'm horrible with pronunciation of any kind of foreign name whatsoever, but she's awesome. Love her in that one. I love Norman Reedus. I think he's a great casting for the main guy. Konami is just so different. That's something that, like, no matter what game that you play from, not Konami, Kojima. Any game that you play from Kojima, you're guaranteed to see some shit you've never seen before, ever. He's so fucking, that mind of his. I swear, it's got to be locked away in a fucking ice vault next to Walt Disney. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So I love it, and I love that Guillermo del Toro is actually in the cast as well. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's just he pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, you're in this game? Okay, sure. Look at
the announcement that. You go ahead.
The fucking, I love that the main character, like, all, you know what he's fueled by? Fucking Monster Energy. That's what he does the whole game. Whenever he goes, like, he goes from checkpoint to checkpoint and he goes into a base, he has 4 Monster Energies just chilling next to him, and he drinks them, you know, like, before going out. And if you want to go take a shower, when you take a shower, the like a glass pane kind of closes around you, and a hologram shows up with an advertisement for Riding with Norman Reedus, the reality TV series. I love it. It's just built into the game. That's how the game was created, through all those sponsorships. So it's great. I love it, man. Anyway, you were gonna say
something. Could have been a Bang Energy.
Yeah, right. No, Bang Energies are off the shelves. You have to buy them online now. That's ridiculous.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's this new thing called C4 that I tried once. Oh my god, I do not recommend it. I drank a Skittles C4. Brother, I could not get off the John. I used the bathroom for 6 hours straight. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous. I couldn't. I was at work, and after an all-nighter, I drank a C4. And brother, I drank that C4. My bowels were evacuated, brother. Like they were purged. It was ridiculous. So I don't suggest it. I don't recommend it at all. Maybe if I try it again without being up for 30 hours, it'll probably be a good idea. And maybe it'll be better for me. I don't know. But that day, my body said, you need to evacuate all of that right now. It's like, shit, you're right. Fucking battery acid in a can, Jesus Christ. Apparently, like, weightlifters drink that shit all the time, and it's okay. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Really? That's 200 milligrams of caffeine, all that. Bro, I'm telling you, I drank that shit. My fucking skin started itching. Like, everything was jittery. I was getting itchy. My muscles were radiating. Like, I felt irradiated, brother. Like, I was in a fucking nuclear fallout shelter, and the bombs just dropped, brother. That's it. It was ridiculous.
Damn.
Brother, I'm telling you, you drink that fucking can, you down it like I did. Oh, you ain't seeing the sun for a month. That's it. That's it. Ridiculous. Felt like a feral ghoul. That's crazy, All right. So I got that. The Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
I was gonna say the title that stuck out to me, Until Dawn getting a remaster.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
PS5 and PC. I'm honestly, I like it. I like that they're remastering. It's a good game.
Is it necessary? Probably not. But
No, but knowing me, I'm probably gonna buy it anyway. I'm just saying.
I can't buy that shit full price. I'm gonna wait for it to get like $13 on a digital sale. Like, all right, I'll buy it now.
I was hoping that it would be like a free like PS5 upgrade because I'm like I already have the game.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to hit the upgrade button and I get that fucking remaster for free. But all they had was just 2024 at the end, so we'll see.
Fuck. Let's hope not.
We'll see how it ends up being. I'm probably still gonna play it.
I would like a full remake where like they fix the problems that it had, because there are some fucking glaring issues with replaying the game. If they're able to fix some of that, I would be more for it. But they're probably not. It's just 4K. That's it.
Yeah, I mean they're calling it a remaster, so it just seems like it's the same game, better graphics. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope they call it a remake and just say that they're changing a bunch of shit. Because that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Like from the ground up and shit. I wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Still, YouTube is going to resurge with Until Dawn for a little while, so that's okay. I don't mind. Those are some good years. Yeah. When Dashi was getting Chris killed. That was my shit, Holmes. I love it. I remember when Until Dawn first came out, it was kind of like the phenomenon like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, it's just, I would get on that and I would mercilessly just pursue everything about the game. I wanted to see everything. Markiplier's played through, Dashi's played through, Jacksepticeye's played, I was just going through fucking all of them, It was great. And they were doing little things differently. It's just, I had way too much free time as a kid. Yeah, I really did. It's alright though. So, recently, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning just came out on Paramount Plus, and I won't say spoilers here because Dorian needs to watch this series. It's amazing. Dorian has seen 1 and 6. He hasn't seen any other ones, which it's a bit unorganized, but it's fine. It's fine. So with me, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, I can only surmise it as probably. It's so hard for me to say the best one of the franchise because there's so many good moments, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely top 2. It's amazing how the tension that the fucking movie gives you throughout the entirety of it. It's amazing. The cinematography, Dorian, the shots that they pull in this movie are some of the most beautiful fucking things that I've seen. Like, think of the trailer, all the trailer shots that they pulled, except that's the whole movie. It's ridiculous, some of the shots they were pulling off. It's so sexy to look at. It's amazing. And the clarity and how beautiful these fucking shots were. The casting was really well made. I love all the tension that they were making you feel. It's ridiculous how they're in the middle of an action scene and they keep piling on the tension. Oh, actually, you're pursuing this guy? There's a nuclear bomb in the hangar. What? Hold on. What? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, no, we were hiding it from you because we didn't want you to worry. Excuse me? That's something you tell me immediately. You know, like it's crazy how fucking well made these scenes are crafted. The performances are really good. When they want to make you feel sorrow, you can feel it. The soundtrack is really good. The practical stunts are amazing. And brother, the final act when they're on that train is some of the Uncharted 2, eat your heart out. For real. For real. Uncharted 2 can fucking sit down compared to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Holy shit. I'm just being honest, man. Just awesome. Awe-inspiring. And it was worth the time. And I'm gonna buy that Blu-ray. Not even second guess. I'm buying that Blu-ray. And I cannot wait for Mission Impossible 8. They sequel bait so hard. And it's okay because I loved it. It was so good. Just amazing. And I can't spoil anything for you. There's just some really good things that you gotta see yourself. Even if I gotta force you to watch them for the powwows, we'll figure it out. These are amazing fucking films. From front to back, 3 and up are just awesome. 3 has probably the best start of any of the Mission Impossible movies. It's so gritty, I think is a good word. You're grinding your teeth at the beginning. It's so much tension, you know? It's amazing. Mm-hmm. And just, I'm so happy that movies like that are still being made because you can tell that the people behind it just love the filmmaking process. You can tell that they put their heart, blood, sweat, and tears into every single frame of that movie, and it shows. It shows. You compare the driving scenes to a Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious can go sit the fuck down. You know what I mean? It's so many levels above anything that Fast and Furious has ever pulled off. It's ridiculous. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, Mission Impossible, it's simply the biggest and best action series that there is right now. That's it. It's the biggest one, and I can't think of something that was better made. It's amazing. It's not perfect. There are definitely some flaws here and there. It could be better in some areas. But overall, amazing. And Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, solid 9 out of 10 for me. Amazing. Just beautiful. When you see it, you'll see what I mean. It's so damn good. It really is. Mm-hmm. Just like how I thought Top Gun Maverick, it's going to be okay. No, death-defying, brother. It was amazing, you know? Just, it's crazy how many levels the Tom Cruise productions have gone up. You know what I mean? Just, it goes from, it's okay, to, that was pretty good, to, holy shit, this is a masterpiece. You know, he keeps getting better. I don't get it. Yeah. You know? Just amazing, man. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. What's up?
It's that experience.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. And unlike all these other fucking execs that the experience, you can't tell. It goes down the fucking toilet. You know what I mean? You can't tell these guys are experienced. Fucking the Tom Cruise and his production team and the guys behind the fucking camera are just, they know what they're doing and they love every minute of it. It's so fucking well crafted. Oh, it's amazing. So, we'll see. We'll see it in the coming decade, and we'll enjoy it. So that's a good time, man. I have the whole collection now. I have Mission Impossible 1 through 6. I just need to buy 7. That's it.
Nice.
Great fucking movies. Let's see here. One more thing I did want to mention. Oh yeah. Faster. I recently watched that on Blu-ray. Last night. And it could have been so much more, brother. It could have been so much more. I was watching it, and the introduction, the first 7 minutes, literally some of the best fucking like starter of a movie I could think of. It was so good. The music, the acting that was portrayed, the shots that they were doing. They started it with Dwayne Johnson like running out of the prison. He's going towards his car, and then when he gets to the car, the music kicks in. They make you really feel the car, the strength, the muscle of the car. I'm telling you, Fast and Furious couldn't do what Faster was doing right then and there. It was so awesome, and the movie is a character movie. But the thing is, the runtime is only an hour and a half. It's a 90-minute film. You cannot do what this movie was trying to do in 90 minutes. This is a 2.5-hour script. But they had to cut a bunch of shit down. I felt like it was so watered down to just this bog average action flick. Because they had a great cast, but some of the delivery was kind of I blame that on the directing, not the cast. But the main thing for me was that there was so much here that could have been done, especially after watching Better Call Saul. There was so much character work that could have been done here that they couldn't do because of the duration of the film. It was only 90 minutes, you know? And even the director was saying, oh, you know, even though this is disguised as an action film, this is really a character movie. And I'm like, shit, you could have fooled me, bro. Yeah, I'm just being honest, you know? The main thing is the duration. If the movie was longer, it would have been so much better because we would have had more time for these characters to actually have some sort of resolution. At the end, everything's just kind of rushed. It's like, okay, the guy's dead now. Okay, moving on. Like, that's it. Nothing was tied up. You know, nothing was actually set correctly, and it was done. There was no true ending for one of the characters, the killer. He's a hitman. He just has no ending. He legit is like, oh, okay, I guess I can't do my job now. Bye. That's it. He just leaves. Like, wow. It's just so dumb. Overall, it's probably the lowest 6 that I could give a film because it has so much style and there's some really good subject matter in there, but it just could have been so much more. And I was thinking about giving it a 5. We'll see. But the lowest 6 I could possibly give it is what I give Faster. It could have been so much more, and it just wasn't. And there's no way we'll ever get a better version of that movie now because it didn't do that good, you know? It is what it is. What can you do?